like no one ever dispenses advice for actually how it was or like what the real experience is that like
they kind of make it into
you
their
don't
own.
remember how shitty things were, but you can reflect on it and sit and preach it to somebody and make it important. Like
yeah,
and it's just about listening. If people would just listen, you could like the answers to everything are in front of you. It's just you gotta. People like to be important. You have to make the other person feel important.
Yeah,
like you'll make more friends in 2 months by valuing someone else than you will if you just value yourself and make yourself important. There's some book called How to Win Friends and Influence People by Dale Carnegie. That's a really good book.
Damn.
And like brings in like perspectives like about just like people like to talk about themselves.
Yes.
So if you're talking about yourself all the time, you lose people. So if you just like try to get somebody talking and going about themselves, you win them. Not like win them for your own good. Like
no,
whatever. It's just like you got them. Like look at how much talking you've had to do versus me. It's because you're asking about me. I like talking about stuff. Right? So if you're always talking about yourself and being pompous and like everything's about yourself on your Instagram, whatever, your social media, you lose people. Yeah. But not really because you gain followers because you look good. Paradox. So listening is super important. Like your grandparents, your parents, like they've already been your age. You know, history repeats itself. Something. Well, you know, not everything's just about Paul Revere. It's about your damn everyday life. When's freaking red coat knowledge going to help you when you're trying to decide where to move or what college to go to? Like, ask people who've done it. That's your history book.
Yeah.
Not freaking Boston Tea Party. That doesn't relate to anything you're going to ever do. I mean, think about if you actually paid 100% attention to every person you've ever talked to. And then another thing I've noticed is, like, if you remember someone's name, that's the ultimate form of flattery without having to tell them they look good. Like, if I walk by some guy like, you know, Zach, and then next week I see him like, hey, Zach, how you doing? He just goes like, damn, that guy remembers me. I was important enough to that guy for him to take time out of his day to remember my name. Like, everybody likes hearing their name, too. When your name's called or something, you like it. You just do. I don't know, it makes you feel important.
Exactly.
People like feeling important, so if you get them talking about something, they feel important. Because there's some, Roosevelt, I think, was the president. In this book I told you to read, like, he apparently remembered every person he ever met's name. And that's why people loved him so much. You could be some petty dude in the White House and he still know who you are. That's a skill. People are like, I'm bad with names. That's them saying I didn't care enough to actually learn who you are.
Damn.
I think, more or less. But I mean, I'm also guilty of it too. Like, it's just hard. There's just so much inflow and so much. It's never enough to devalue someone who they are because they're boring or something. You never know who will help you. You never know.
Exactly.
You just don't. You never know, like, some person might be where you are. You know, they might have a connection that you could use. Like, connections are how I got my job. So some dude at Lark told me, he's like, hey man, just because you got the love doesn't mean you shouldn't help other people get the love too. So whenever you get an opportunity, make sure you always help somebody else. Okay. So, everybody
Fair enough.
Yeah. I try to, like, give them a lead on something at the company I'm at. And, like, I mean, I don't have much of an opinion because I haven't even worked there yet. I was an intern. But still, like, I know people there. It's just worth a shot.